Hi Capricorn, this is your weekly reading for December 27th to the 31st, all the way up until New Year's Eve. So I just wanted to say I hope you had a very wonderful holidays, Merry Christmas, and if you don't celebrate Christmas, at the very least, I hope that you guys really got time to take care of yourselves and enjoy time, either, at home alone, regenerating, getting yourself, the energy back up, or at best, celebrating with your family, your loved ones, and really, getting to enjoy this break that we all have. I wanted to mention that the daily readings are going to be put on hold until later on when the subscriber count gets up. Instead, I'm going to do weekly love readings. And the love readings are going to consist of tarot love deck with these two oracle cards, the Romance Angels, the Whispers of Love, and possibly maybe one or two additional oracle cards. So let's get started with today's Celtic Cross for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the week of December 27th to the 31st. I've added Work Your Light cards. That's new, which we haven't used yet for you guys. And then the Sacred Earth Oracle cards by Tony Carmine Salerno. And I'm going to use the Fountain Tarot deck today for the Celtic Cross. As usual, we've got the Romance Angels, Whispers of Love, Sacred Traveler, Divine Feminine Oracle cards, Crystal Healing cards, and our tarot deck. You guys know how I shuffle. I'm going to give it a good shuffle when the first card that pops out after a good shuffle, okay? I will then take that as a signal that that's the end of the shuffle. If it pops out too soon, I'm going to let you guys take a peek at what the card is. I will put a mental note on that, but I will continue the shuffle. If it takes too long, I'll stop, okay? So again, this is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the week of December 27th up until the 31st. Can we please get, okay. That kind of was a accidental flip over because I was looking elsewhere, but I'll talk about it. Four of Cups, need to shift focus, kind of like focusing on the past there, not seeing what is being offered to you. But Nine of Cups here on the bottom is about a wish coming true. I'm going to continue the shuffle. This is for Capricorn, please, for the week of December 27th to the 31st. Also, the reason I didn't put out readings for the last couple of days that I missed is because I've been very sick. Not in a severe way, but in the sense that my nose was running, I was coughing like crazy. Still tried to pump out some videos, but if you look, it was like, it was so difficult. I had to take a break to blow my nose every 2 minutes. Anyway, we're here now. This is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the week of December 27th to the 31st. Can we please get a Celtic Cross? I'm going to stop there. On the bottom, we've got Eight of Cups. Okay, so that kind of makes sense. We had that Four of Cups pop out, and I thought maybe that was an accident. But we've got this kind of general vibe here, okay? This emotional vibe for Capricorn. The situation is Eight of Coins. Challenges, the High Priestess. Conscious, we've got Knight of Wands. Foundation, we've got Six of Cups. Recent past, we've got the Tower. Recent future, we've got 10 of coins. Yes, Capricorn. Amazing, amazing. You right now, 5 of coins. That's okay. That's okay, because it's going to be great. Surrounding you is the Emperor. Hopes and fears, we've got 5 of cups. Outcome, Knight of coins. Let's put that up there next to my little turtle. On the bottom again, we have 8 of cups. So let's talk about these different pieces to the puzzle and try to figure out what's going on. Take it as it resonates for you, and I'll tell you the meanings of the cards, and you can, you would understand better than I do what's going on with these cards and what they mean to you. All right, the situation is someone who's 8 of coins, really hard at work, putting in long hours at work. You're trying to focus on your professional life and master whatever skill it is that you are, that you've been pursuing. Whatever your career path is, you've been putting in the extra time to perfect your skills, to master your skills, okay? Sometimes it could speak to repetitive work, but in any case, whatever it is, the work that you're doing is going to enhance your abilities and help you to gain mastery, okay, over that career field. Then you have your challenge as High Priestess. High Priestess is someone who is represented by, could be Virgo, but it also speaks to the Keeper of Secrets. Someone who's extremely intuitive and psychic, a spiritual authority, someone who is like the moon. There could be something that, basically it could be something that is going to be revealed, okay? When she's the Keeper of Secrets, the challenge here is that what happens is with the High Priestess card, that a secret either is being kept and will be revealed, or it was kept and it will be revealed, okay? And it has been revealed. Regardless, so we're seeing something related to work. And the challenge is some secret here that's going to come out, okay? Now, on the conscious, we got Knight of Wands. Wands speak to fire energy like Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Knights are someone who is early 20s to early 30s, lack of commitment, extremely passionate, extremely motivated in the beginning, runs in, rushes in, impetuous, but also burns out very quickly. Could also speak to a desire to travel, a desire to move locations, a desire to communicate some kind of a creative project, something to do with work, okay? Some idea that you have that you're trying to communicate. So it could be all of those things, but we will see, because I see here the 8 of Pentacles related to work, right? And then consciously, we've got this Knight of Wands. A lot of creativity, a lot of passion, just not fully committed, okay? On the foundation here, we've got 6 of Cups, which is right close up to the High Priestess. 6 of Cups is about, now this is in the position of your foundation or your subconscious, okay? Maybe you're hoping for a reunion with someone from your past. Maybe this speaks to a secret here related to either it could be a family member, someone from your past, someone from your hometown, an ex, someone who you knew and you just haven't connected with in a long time, and you're going to reconnect. It speaks to reunions, and it also can speak to happy childhood memories as well, meaning from your hometown and things like that. Now when it comes to, let's just take into account the timing, December 27th to 31st, holidays, Christmas and Christmas Eve has just ended, New Year's Eve is coming up, so you're focused here on your work, okay? But the challenge is that a secret is about to be revealed, and the secret is regarding someone from your past, okay? And consciously, you're excited and you're passionate about this, but lack of commitment, okay? Now we're going to see in the recent past, the Tower. The Tower just speaks to whatever was going on in regards to the situation in the recent past. It had come to destruction and decimation, okay? Whatever the situation was, it caused a big shitstorm, and it basically, everything came out, everything came undone, and people are like jumping out of this tower here, run like for their lives, crashing to their death. Tower just means, you know, it's a breaking down. It's a tower moment, like an epiphany comes with this tower moment, okay? Some clarity comes with this tower moment, because it's like the breaking down of something as you knew it. The complete and utter destruction of something as you knew it. Okay? Which possibly you're here now rebuilding. Doesn't it look like that? And putting together all the time into your work, focused on your coins, right? Because it's related to work, these 8 of coins, putting in the extra work. But there's a secret here that's going to be revealed. That's the challenge. In the recent future, you've got 10 of coins. 10 of coins is like the completion cycle of Pentacles. Could represent earth signs like Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And it speaks to legacy, inheritance, wealth, success, all the wonderful things that great success and affluence brings. So something happened that was destroyed. Something happened that ended, came to an ending, the unraveling of something, the end or the destruction of something as you knew it. And here you are putting this extra time in whatever it is, to master it, whatever the situation was, whether it be work or whether it be a relationship, okay? I was getting a work vibe, but with the 8 of Cups on the bottom and this High Priestess with the 6 of Cups here, it seems to be more relationship oriented. But let's keep going, because the 10 of Coins here speaks to an inheritance, and I'm just wondering what's going on. Okay, so you right now is 5 of Coins. 5 of Coins is about, as you see these 2 figures outside in the cold, and they're looking at that stained glass window of the church or that institution, whatever it may be to you, and you are left out in the cold. 5 of Coins, 5 of Pentacles speaks to feeling left out in the cold. I'm going to go through the common description of 5 of Pentacles, and then what I often feel 5 of Pentacles represents, and I see it always comes true as well. 5 of Pentacles is like, could speak to a lack of faith, lack of funds. And also it could speak to you are not taking that support that's being offered. It's there. There's support in this church. There's food, warmth, comfort, shelter. And you're not taking it. Why? Because you might not agree with this institution. You might be the black sheep. You might be the outsider. You might be rebellious. You might not be down with the family. Okay? I see that even though these 2 people are out in the cold, it could be by choice. And it, you know, though some people will say you can't see that there's support there, I really sincerely doubt that you don't see a huge ass building right next to you. I'm just going to say that, you know, looks like right now you're feeling left out in the cold and you're feeling like an outsider, whether it be your choice or circumstances that created this scenario. Don't worry, because you see 5 of Pentacles here, but this is your recent future, okay? This is you right now, but things are looking great coming up very soon, okay? Surrounding you is the Emperor. Emperor speaks to someone who could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries particularly represents the Emperor. Emperor is someone who is on a higher vibration, a leader, charismatic, powerful, strong. It's his way, okay, or the highway, basically. The Emperor is the boss, taking control of your life, taking leadership of your own life. Now, in this position, though, it's representing someone around you, or it could represent the energy you're surrounded by, which means I would take this as a father figure possibly, because sometimes the Emperor can speak to control in the form of like a despotic father figure, or possibly, you know, someone who's controlling, okay? Now we go to Five of Cups in your hopes and fears. Five of Cups speaks to a need to shift your focus. You're focused on the past, those Three of Cups that spilled, and you don't see the Two of Cups that are still there. I see two fives, one Five of Coins here, one Five of Cups there. Fives generally speak to the push onto the next phase and conflict, okay? So there's going to be some conflict during this week. It's not a big deal. It's only two fives, but I just wanted to mention it and put it out there. In the hopes and fears, though, we don't have to be too concerned with the hopes and fears, but it'll give you some insight into what's going on, okay? As far as your feelings go, what you're hoping and fearing. Five of Cups is don't focus on the past and the cups that have been spilt. Fuck it, it's over. Focus on the Two Cups that are still upright. Those are fantastic cups that are still upright. Being stuck in this doom and gloom and focused on what you don't have anymore, or what was lost, or what could have been, it's an epic waste of time. Don't do it. It's so miserable to be stuck in this stasis, always going through the same thoughts again and again, feeling sorry for yourself. There's no need to. You have Two of Cups behind you. Don't do this. Okay. End result, Knight of Coins. Again, Capricorn, you know, that's you in the outcome. Pentacles are all about earth signs like Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Knight of Coins is someone who could be a Taurus or a Virgo and a Capricorn, but more Taurus or Virgo. And someone who's early 20s to early 30s. And out of all the Knights, this is someone who's the most committed, most loyal, most dependable, most reliable, most practical. And a lot of people crack jokes, tarot readers all the time. I hear them cracking jokes about Knight of Pentacles, saying Knight of Pentacles is so boring and slow moving and you'll be old by the time they bust a move. Okay, but you know, in the sense of when it comes to finance and your life goals, Knight of Pentacles is an awesome person to be, right? So wherever, when you see these two knights next to each other, consciously in the you were thinking in the situation right now. Well, now this is the future card, right? Wherever there was a lack of commitment, that's going to change. There's going to be fully committed to your goals now. Now, when we take a look at the Six of Cups, the Five of Cups, now where else do we see cups? We see the Eight of Cups at the bottom of the deck, okay? This is in relation, Six of Cups, to, I said, someone from the past, you know, could be someone from your hometown, could also be about your children or your family, okay? It's Six of Cups is about happy childhood memories, things like that. Something along the lines of someone who's close to you that you know and you're familiar with, to do with your emotions, okay? So whatever you've been working towards, and the challenge is this, like, you know, secret that's to be revealed, or something that's been kept secret about your family. It's speaking to this. Shift your focus. It's not that big a deal, okay? In the past, there was the Tower moment. It's okay. Eight of Cups is here on the bottom of the deck. It just means Eight of Cups is about after you've gone through, you know, the process of trying to go through the Five and the Six of Cups and the Seven of Cups. You put your energy into this relationship. You tried to make it work. And after you thought about it and thought about it and thought about it, you're like, all right, this is not serving in my best interest. I'm done wallowing and thinking about the past. I'm done holding on to nostalgic kind of old feelings about my childhood and this and that. I'm going to walk away. Eight of Cups is about stacking up your cups and walking away. Okay? Let's pull some oracle cards. This is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the week of December 27th to the 31st. On the bottom we have soul family. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. Beautiful. That's just about, calling in your friends and family. Especially when it's like women, to, get that support you need. Don't do it alone. You don't have to, okay? Mintakan, longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. Beautiful card. Beautiful, beautiful card. This speaks to divine beings and, here on earth, and this feeling of not fitting, not belonging, and longing to, some soul yearning inside of you to go back to where you're originally from. Okay. So let's talk about Mintakan. 118. Okay. Mintakans are a soul group who originated on a planet in the constellation Orion. They were the first star beings to travel to Earth and believed to be the original light workers. The Mintakans' home planet is thought to have been a water world with water so pure that you could see through it for miles. For this reason, Mintakans feel most at peace and at home when in or around crystal clear water. They are here to teach us to see the potential in everything and the light in all beings. Many Mintakans have an odd longing for home and struggle with feeling like they don't belong. It is thought that this is due to their home planet no longer being in existence. If you pull this card, it could mean that you are a Mintakan or are longing for a sense of belonging, and root chakra healing is necessary for you to feel secure and safe. Perhaps you feel this longing to find home without knowing where that is. Perhaps you've been moving around a lot and yearn for a place on earth to call your own. If so, you are being called to connect with Mother Earth and create it for yourself now, to choose where you most feel at home and create it, rather than waiting for the feeling of belonging to come. The Work Your Light transmission is: hold the card on your heart and say, I allow myself to be truly here and at home on this planet. I release any grief around not belonging or feeling held and call in the perfect home. Okay, we were talking about this, weren't we, with the Five of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold. And a need to shift focus, right? That's where we see the 2 5s. So Capricorn, the thing is, you have to work on your root chakra. Okay, and there are crystals that will help you with your root chakra. And what that will help with is for grounding, to make you feel more rooted to wherever you are. Wherever you are is where home is. So it's saying you might be feeling a little bit displaced and lost right now. And you just need to, realize that you will plant roots wherever you go, wherever it is that you are, and that's where home will be. And to manifest home for yourself instead of waiting for someone to bring it to you. Okay? Okay, so let's pull one Sacred Earth Oracle card. This is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the week of December 27th to the 31st. On the bottom is rediscovery. And look at this little girl. Okay. On the top, though, that's the one we're going to take. It's repetition. And there's a new moon there. Let's talk about repetition. Mintakan and repetition. These are fairly short. So there's an earthly meaning, is a sense that history is somehow repeating, a chance to do things differently and perhaps secure a better outcome. To work with or break a cycle, you need to recognize it. Release stress, tension, or anger before it builds to a storm. It may be necessary to walk away from a challenging personality. Difficulty breaking a habit or pattern of thinking. Establish a positive routine. The spiritual meaning is through infinite cycles of life and death and rebirth, our souls stretch into timeless repetition. All the while, your thoughts and actions draw from the past and feed into your future. The journey repeats as often as needed. There is no rushing through to an end. The cycle can be broken through wisdom, through detachment, through a memory of the sacred, through a return to oneness. Now the insight, it gets a little long-winded, but finally gets to the point. The insight from this card is, in the heavens, in the earth, in societies, in relationship, in behaviors, repeating occurrences are everywhere. There are places where hot, dry months roll into a buildup that breaks into the monsoon season on a repeating cycle of dry heat and flood. The monsoons will come again, bringing rain for crops, but maybe also upheaval and disease. For the peoples who live in monsoon climates, this is the way life is. For an outsider, the cycle might seem extreme, but the residents are accustomed to the heat, the humidity, and the wet. The relative ease, comfort, and stability of more moderate weather cycles may be unknown or unfathomable to them. Cycles exist in our lives in so many ways. Once we fall into their circling reliability, it can be hard to imagine life any other way. Adverse cycles do not need to be endlessly tolerated. Break the cycle and shift into something more comfortable. All right, Capricorn, I already see, also with the bottom card there, I didn't really like where that was going with the little girl. All right, rediscovery. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is repetition, and this is not a happy card, Capricorn. Okay, there's a feeling of being left out. There's a feeling of being controlled. And there's a feeling of cycles, okay? That people who've been in a tough situation with cycles, they're used to there's bringing up extremes of dry desert heat down to monsoons, and it's so harsh on people. And the people who live with this kind of situation are used to it, but they have no idea that there's a better life, a more peaceful life, a more tranquil life. So it's saying, Capricorn, that is a real, truth here, that there is a better way to live, to break that cycle, okay? That's toxic. And I see it here with this asshole, okay? So if that's the case, you need to break this cycle, and you will. Look at this 8 of Cups walking away, right? Beautiful. You're good. Okay. Can we get one crystal healing card for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the week of December 27th to the 31st? Also, the Knight of Coins can speak to a move as well, okay? A move in home or location. Okay. So on the bottom, I have Rose Quartz, Inner Child. Okay, so we're getting a lot of on the bottom, the child cards. You know that we got that on this one, right? Rediscovery on the bottom, and the top was repetition, breaking cycles. Cycles, obviously, you've seen through since your childhood. Rose Quartz, Inner Child, okay? That's about also healing childhood issues. And it's also about, manifesting love for yourself, especially. But the top card is Stibnite, Conflict. Okay. So there's going to be conflict. This is a toxic stone as well. This toxic crystal as well. So let's put this over here, Capricorn. I'm sorry. It's okay though. We'll figure it out. Stibnite, conflict. It's annoying, isn't it? When people can't just like let people live in peace. Okay, silver is the crystal color and it's related to the base, solar plexus, and crown chakras. The crystal meaning is supports your personal empowerment and transformation, grounds your energy in the earth so you feel supported, assists you in dealing with fear of conflict and confrontation, supports you to create healthy boundaries, supports those who suffer from chronic anxiety, enhances and supports the astral travel journey, assists in dissolving apprehension and uncertainty. So speaking to healthy boundaries, helping you deal with fear of conflict and confrontation, supports your personal empowerment so you feel supported, okay, and supports those who suffer from chronic anxiety, apprehension, uncertainty is dissolved. So it says there's currently, you pulled this card because there's currently a conflict within your world. It can be a huge catalyst for change and growth, and it can work as a positive energy in your life, allowing light to be shed on situations that will bring much healing and transformation. Okay, so conflict is a natural part of life and highlights moments that may require more awareness. So, what are you contributing to the situation? How and why are you entangled? Is there a lesson in this for you? Take responsibility for your role in the conflict and detach yourself from the drama. You may need to distance yourself from the situation while you replenish your energy and get a fresh perspective. If the conflict is internal, you may be out of alignment with your own truth. If so, take an honest look at your thoughts and feelings and make a decision based closer to your truth, and trust the conflict will soon pass as you stay true to yourself. You can learn many valuable lessons through dealing with conflict and challenges. This card can also be a reflection that whatever you have asked guidance on will somehow bring about conflict. Take a moment to reflect and make new choices and decisions based on your truth. Tune deeply into your own intuition before you move forward. Okay. Alright, so now fittingly, let's get some goddess power in here. Goddess guidance oracle cards, sorry, divine feminine oracle cards, but it's full of goddesses here. And saints. Can we please get one divine feminine oracle card for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the week of December 27th to the 31st. Okay, Goddess Bridget popped out. So we'll take Goddess Bridget. On the bottom, we have Parvati, the goddess of devotion. I am a love that doesn't leave. When I commit to love, my soul evolves. Just taking a peek there. Okay. So Goddess Bridget is a Celtic goddess who predates Christianity. She's from Ireland. Still celebrated to this day. And I know that she came up with the whistle in the nighttime when travelers were walking, you know, people were walking back to their homes in the darkness and they were feeling alone and possibly fearful. She created the whistle so that they could communicate with other people who are also in the dark, so that they would feel supported. Now I'm going to just read you a brief description here for Bridget, 162. So there's that moment when you're making your way through the dark and suddenly after what feels like days or months or even years, a ray of light comes through to you. A lightning happens. Each step isn't quite as hard to make as the one before, and you feel a great shift begin, as if now you're headed towards something new, something even brighter. Bridget is the essence of that first flame, that first ray of light. Bridget reminds us that darkness never lasts. Bridget's eternal flame represents the truth that the light never leaves us and can never be extinguished. It simply gets obscured or blocked from us. She reminds us that every day is actually filled with light. There are many days and times in our lives when we endure thick cloud cover, when that flame that exists within us is blocked by pain or confusion. Bridget is a sweet sound that reaches us in the dark and reminds us that we have never been on this journey alone. Bridget is our sign that the dawn is here because we have made it through the dark winter. We can lift our head, the healing has happened, and now each next day is bound to be brighter. Soul Voice Meditation. What allows me to feel light more often every day? And the intention is, I am an eternal flame, and each day my light grows brighter. Now let's get one Sacred Traveler card for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the week of December 27th to the 31st, please. Sorry. And just put this little crystal here on this asshole over here. There's some intention for you. And then we'll put some happy energy here onto you. Okay? Alright. This is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the week of December 27th to the 31st. For Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the week of December 27th to the 31st. Okay. On the bottom, we've got overcoming obstacles. So you can overcome anything. And there's the sword and the stone. And a little birdie from Spirit. But we've got begin now. Take your first step. Wow. That's a very powerful card. Saying get the fuck out of there. Begin now. Get out. Okay. Let's see what this is saying. Every journey starts with the first step. There is no moment better than the present one to begin. You might not feel ready, but nevertheless, it's now time to start. A new cycle is beginning. Wipe the slate clean and get going. Release familiar routines, stagnant situations, or challenging relationships that no longer support you or empower you. You are at the end of an old cycle and beginning a new and exciting one. Set your sails for a new horizon. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know there are times when the traveler needs to separate from family, friends, and acquaintances to enter new places within himself or herself. Sometimes the traveler must go beyond what is familiar in order to be open to transformation and change. Thus, the journey brings a heightened sense of awareness and ignites mindfulness. Sometimes it can feel difficult to take that first step, but unless you do, you'll never know the joy and fulfillment that awaits you. Do it now. In the words of Lao Tzu, a journey of 1,000 miles must begin with a single step. That is very straightforward, right, Capricorn? All right, let's pull one Whispers of Love card for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the week of December 27th to the 31st. Okay. On the bottom, we have faith. Trust your faith in this situation. And look at this beautiful little girl. And there's butterflies all around. It's number 12. That's the Hangman card, but doesn't have to relate to this. Oh, okay, number 9, Hermit card. Let's see. Slow down. When you are excited, you get ahead of yourself. Take some time to allow things to unfold. So what does this mean? Let's see. These are very short descriptions. Number 9. So, everything is in perfect order. There is no need to rush or hurry. In our excitement, we forget to enjoy the process of what we are creating. Getting to the goal is half the fun. We also miss our guidance and messages when we don't take the time for things to naturally unfold. Okay? Whatever that may mean to you guys. Now, this was the past year conflict. Okay. And the 8 of Cups, leaving this sad situation. Finally, let us pull the last oracle card, which is Romance Angels for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the week of December 27th to the 31st. On the bottom, we have separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. And on the top, we have calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So let's see. Calling in your soulmate. You, like everyone, have soulmates. These are people with whom you shared time in heaven and in other lives. You made a soul agreement to meet in this lifetime for the purpose of mutual spiritual growth. You have many such agreements with various people who are all your soulmates. They include friends, family members, co-workers, and romantic partners. This card guides you to actively call your romantic soulmate into your life. You can do so through prayer, affirmations, and visualizations. It also means working on yourself so that you epitomize the qualities you're seeking in a partner. For instance, if you desire a significant other who's got a great sense of humor, develop this within yourself. Like attracts like, which is part of calling in your soulmate. All right, Capricorn, that was your reading for December 27th to the 31st. Everything seems to be picking up, and we have some reassurances that things will work out fine. The only thing I want to say is that we do see some conflict, and we see a tower moment going on here. And it's in relation to someone from your family. So be careful when you're dealing with family members during the holidays, because there will be conflict. There could be a big blow up argument or some situation like that, secrets being revealed. And it's going to lead you to feel like you're, down in the dumps and focusing on the, past and what went wrong and feeling left out and feeling like an outsider and not feeling happy about the situation. It's saying, first of all, I see that, you're right. You are feeling left out, or you might be leaving yourself out because you're not happy with the situation. So we've got a lot of oracle cards here that are saying, break the cycle here and begin now. Take your first step. It's like, if it's a situation also with conflict with family members and whatnot, it's like, just remove yourself. If it's going to be like that, just remove yourself from the situation. Don't. When you see the conflict, when you see the problems and the issues, don't let it go there. And it looks like you're going to move on as well, because I see 2 knights. That implies action and swift movement. Okay? So in your mind, you feel like you want to move along and get going, because you're not committed to the situation. And then also in the outcome, there's the Knight of Coins. Now this is like deliberate, thoughtful action. Okay, movement. Only thing I can say is please, please, please don't spend your time focusing on the spilled cups. Okay? You are a divine being, and it says you're a special divine being. I'm talking about this like place called Mintaken, and not fitting in here on earth. It's like one of the first light workers that came to earth and is saying you're not fitting in, not feeling like you fit in. But home is wherever you are, and you make home. So you work on your root chakra, work on grounding yourself, okay? And you can just Google what grounding stones you can use, what grounding crystals you can use. Turquoise is a great one. And always remember that home is where you are. Goddess Bridget says you're not alone, okay? There's support out there. There's other people who are feeling just like you. Okay, Capricorn, love you guys so much. Things are going to be picking up. The bright spot here is we see the Knight of Coins and the Ten of Coins, okay? So some inheritance or windfall of money is coming in. Make use of it. Go on a trip if you need to. Go somewhere else on vacation. If you need to separate from your family for the holidays to avoid a blow-up, do so, okay? But don't get sucked in and don't wallow. Take care. I'll see you guys soon for the love readings and for the other general readings coming up. I know I'm buried in readings. I have so many readings to do. But again, thank you so much for all your support. Thank you for the comments and the subscribes. I really appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to, a long time here on YouTube. Thank you. Take care. Bye, guys.